Hi, welcome to the next episode of this, I suppose I should call it podcast. I've got Guy Pearson here with me today, who's someone I've known. How long have we known each other for, Guy? Must be a decade.
10 years.
10 years through a networking group we were both the members of.
Correct.
Do you want to quickly introduce yourself?
Yes, hi
What do you do?
everyone. Out there, my name is Guy Pearson. I've been in professional sales for nearly 30 years, as you can tell from the grey hair. The last 10 years I've been working what I call entirely solo on my own, parachuting myself into businesses as a sales director, gun for hire, or interim sales director or consultant sales director. Usually I get called into a business when they have a problem, a challenge, and I go in to help them solve it. That's often working out a new strategy, and then what I do is I go out with that team on the ground in front of their clients and make sure the strategy is being delivered. So I walk the walk as well as talk the talk, hopefully.
Right.
So that's what I do.
Thank you. So Guy, if there's one piece of advice that you would give a salesperson, a sales professional, based on your years of experience, your words, not mine.
Many years.
What would that be?
Okay, so you probably get, if you ask 10 people that question, you get 100 different answers, but I think the most important thing for a salesperson to acquire, develop and work on is persistence. There was one of my favourite films is a film called The Founder, and it's the story of Ray Kroc, who founded the McDonald's empire.
I'm aware.
And a fantastic film. Michael Keaton plays the lead role, and the Kroc character is asked right at the end of the film. The final scene of the film is an interviewer asking him, "So, Mr. Kroc, what do you put your success in business down to?" And he says one word: persistence. And I think that's the most important quality for a salesperson to develop. And what I don't mean by that is sitting in a meeting badgering someone. What I don't mean is sending a potential client or a client lots of emails or lots of phone calls. What I mean by persistence is you are going to have a lot of disappointments and rejections along your sales career, and you have to develop a persistence to come back and overcome those disappointments, because you'll have a lot of them in your career. That's what I mean by developing a persistent nature and persistent personality to overcome those rejections and disappointments.
Yeah, I think it's great advice. It seems to me that we have to look at the numbers as salespeople. We have to, and we know that if we're going to reach out to 100 people, if you have 2 of them buy something, that's great. But of course, that you're going to get 98% of people say no, or not say anything.
Yes.
And you've got to take that on board.
Yes.
The 2 yeses are worth it.
Yes.
How do you feel? So you're going to get lots of no's, way more no's than yeses. How would you encourage people to use those no's to their advantage? What kind of things should people learn from?
I think you have to understand where you've gone wrong in the process, if you want to call it that. Whether you're calling someone, whether you're in a meeting with someone, if something goes wrong or the client says no, try and understand, if possible, why it's a no or why the meeting is not working out. And you've got to understand where you've gone wrong. I mean, even with my experience, that I still make mistakes. You never.
Sure.
There's no such thing as the perfect salesperson, even with a lot of experience. If I've made a mistake, I analyse where did I go wrong. It's not the other person's fault for saying no. If someone else says no, something has gone wrong in the relationship, or something has gone wrong in the process. And that's what I mean about developing that positive, persistent mindset, because you've got to assess, where did I go wrong in that call or in that meeting?
Or potentially they just weren't the right fit for that client at that time.
And even if it's not right fit, why it's not right fit?
Sure.
because the next time or the next call
Yeah.
you make or the next meeting you go to, you will be coming from more position of strength in your own personality and more confidence if you assess where you've gone wrong.
I think of the role of the salesperson, someone that is right at the front, as like a striker, centre forward in football,
Yeah,
as opposed to a goalkeeper, a defensive player.
yeah,
In football, if the goalkeeper makes a mistake, one mistake, they're criticised heavily, and it really impacts the team.
yeah,
Whereas strikers, if they miss 5 goals, 5 opportunities, but score 1,
yeah,
they're the hero.
yeah,
They've scored.
yeah,
And that's the great thing about being a salesperson, is you can get something wrong occasionally. You
Yeah.
don't want to. You want to learn from it. How could I have shot better, as you say?
yeah,
But you can't be that person that really, yes, learn from something that goes wrong. But I think what you're saying is don't cry
No.
over every single
no,
missed opportunity, because 98% of people, or whatever the number is,
yeah,
will say no.
yeah. You have to constantly analyse when things go right,
Yeah.
but also when things go wrong.
And
And
take
I-
it neutrally.
And I think my issue with a lot of coaches and training teams is, we'll make your sales guys fantastic. They'll never fail. They'll never make a mistake. Well, that's never going to be the case. Okay.
True.
If you're doing it properly, there will always be a challenge. There'll always be a rejection.
Yeah.
And it's analysing why. And if you don't, you'll never develop into a world-class
Correct.
salesperson.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Guy, how do people, if they want to get hold of you, you've given up your time for our channel here, so how do people get hold of you if they want to?
Okay, if you just Google Pearson Business Solutions, that's my website, www.pbs-ltd.co.uk. And if you need any help developing your sales team or strategy, get in contact.
Cool. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, Elliot.
Cheers. Thanks, everyone.